Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Clank Zoka, and welcome to another question time. Sorry about that. So today, I'm going to be answering some more questions, and this is the first question time that actually doesn't have a deadline. But I was very surprised to see that a few people did actually leave me questions, because last time there was only two, and unfortunately, by the time the deadline was up, there wasn't really that many people who gave me questions. They gave me quite a bit, but it wasn't long enough or anything. So there's like 3 or 4 people who gave me some questions, which is really good. And we're just gonna get started. And if I've missed any questions out on here, or anyone who's asked me some questions, I'm sorry. I promise I'll put it in the next question time. So we're just going to go from the top all the way to the bottom, and I've also got questions that's not from YouTube, but from Discord. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So we're going to start off with insert channel name here, or Face Dude, if you are part of one of his Discord servers, if you know him on there. He's the one who created Shermit and Handy, and he did all those Muppet videos as well. He's asked me some questions, which is lovely. Right, let's do the first one, shall we? So he's got 6 questions, which makes sense because this is question time 6. So he asked, if you were able to travel anywhere in the world, where would it be, and why? Good question, actually. Do you mean like outside the UK, somewhere in the UK, like Scotland, Ireland? I don't know, actually. Where would I like to travel? I always wanted to go to America, but knowing that America is going tits up with Donald Trump and Joe Biden and all that, probably not, but I'd like to go to Scotland, which I know that's where you're from, Face. You're from Scotland. I would like to go there. I've never been there. I know a few people who've been there. It looks like a nice country. Sorry, nice place, not nice country. As well. Also, because I like Scottish accent. Donny Ken, blow me bagpipes. Oh, how you doing, laddie? And all that. Second would probably be Ireland. I think I'd like to travel to Ireland. I think Ireland looks like a nice place as well. Yeah, that's what I can think of, really. Question 2. What do you think of lockdown so far? Piece of shit. Seriously, what else can I say about it that no one else has said already? People can fully understand why we're in lockdown, and others are just sick of it. I'm both, and I'm leaning towards the former, because I am getting sick. Well, what did I say? It's either people are getting sick of it, or they're getting used, or they're understanding, or that fuck it. I'm sick of lockdown. Forget what I said back there. I fucking hate lockdown. Granted, at least I don't have to go to college or anything and see some of my classroom fellow students and all that, because I honestly don't like them. They're just very chavvy, let's put it that way. But it just makes me sad, really, because of this fucking virus. I can't go out, can't be out with my mates, can't go to the cinema or anything like that. So it's really miserable, I'll be very honest. But there's a vaccine that's making its way slowly. Hopefully we will be out before this year ends, and if we don't, I will literally hit my head against the wall. I do exaggerate things when I say stuff like that, but I will seriously hit my head against the wall. I do that a lot, and it does make me quite fucking pissed. And I'll be very honest too, I think the government's clueless. I think Johnson and all the MPs are very clueless, because what they're saying clearly isn't working at all. I get why they're doing it, and they're changing their minds a lot. Fine, whatever, but you're making a lot of people quite pissed. Like, if you guys who are from the UK don't remember, he made an announcement saying you can't have families over for Christmas or anything like that. He changed his mind, and then we're going into tier 4, which is from tier 2 to tier 4, or at least where I'm from, because I'm from Cambridge, into tier 4. And now there's gonna be a tier 5. Like, what's next? Tier 10? Oh, actually, my girlfriend found like this meme the other day called like tier 74. Oh, I forgot what it was. It's like when you're in tier 74, you have to hold your breath for as long as you can. Or it's like when you get to tier 100, if as soon as you step outside, there'll be police coming in with cars and all that, and with guns. It's like fucking ridiculous. I just hope the vaccine will come soon. So yeah, I think lockdown is quite shit. I'll be very honest. How did you create Flunkus? Well, I mean, I didn't create him. I just made him, I guess, if you can put it like that. I got a piranha or a parama, I think that's what they're called, from Mario. You know those plants with the red heads. I got a puppet from Men's Work in Cambridge, which is like this shop full of like gadgets and obviously pop figures, which are quite overrated but nice. And I remember there was a video that came out in 2018. You probably have seen it. It was on social media for quite a while. It's these piranha plants just singing Bohemian Rhapsody in a game store, which was quite funny. And I was like, I want one of those. And so I did. I did get one. I did get a piranha plant. I brought it home. I was like, you know, looks nice. It really does. And then, and you'll like this, I think. When I saw your character, your puppet, Shermid, I was like, oh, that's quite cool. How you made the puppet made out of like, from what I can gather, trousers or parts of trousers to like ping pong, like orange ping pong balls. The hair, I don't know where you got that from as well. And then I think, oh, I forgot exactly how you made Sherman, but I was like, you know, I want to make something like that. I want to make my own puppet. So I got two bingo balls that has like black dots at the end that I got from a bingo game, and I did actually steal it from somewhere. I'm not going to say where. Black masking tape to put around the head to give it a better look. A cut grey sock for the sweater, and yeah, that's it really. It wasn't that hard to make, and I had to cut the pipe off because otherwise people would call it the piranha. Yeah, it is, but I want it to be called Flunkus, and that's how I made him. Just and I put the black tape on the two bingo balls so it can stay in place, and it's actually working. It doesn't feel any different. It feels a bit heavier because of the balls, but nothing major. I'm happy that I've actually made my own puppet. I'm really proud of Flunkus. I can still do the voice, you know, I did as well. So yeah, that's how I made Flunkus, and partially thanks to insert channel names here with Sherman. I was like, I really wanted to make something like that you could just make a puppet out of anything when you put your mind to it. It's crazy. Okay, so that was 3. 4. If you had the offer to make your own TV show, how would it be like? How would it be like? You mean what would it be like, or what would it be about? Oh, I don't know. I never thought of that actually. A TV show. Well, for one, it'd probably be about Flunkus and his friends, or Chatty Henderson, or something like that. Or maybe, oh, actually, I did have one. A TV show about, well, it'd be animated for one, but I was thinking maybe a TV show showing, like, I don't know if this has been done before, I'm pretty sure it has, but a TV show where certain animators and certain cartoon creators have like little sketches, little short films, kind of like Mad TV, only fully animated, and it's actually people who want to, you know, make their name out there, and well, not really make their name, but just make something in their own style and in their own unique way. I would make something like that, like an animation show or something, not like the one with Mike Judge and Don Hertzfeldt or anything like that. But I guess. But also, I do kind of want to make a show about Flunkus, really. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. Don't have any plans to do that at all. 5. Did you know that your unwatchable PIF? Well, it was my unwatchable, but hang on, there's a twist to this. Well, not really, but you know. For fire kills, I'll try to read that again. Did you know that your unwatchable PIF for fire kills featuring a jump scare screamer was actually fake and an edit of another PIF? Well, right, that I didn't know. I didn't know it was, well, for a while it was my unwatchable because obviously it's a screamer, it's fucking Five Nights at Freddy's. But then one of my friends told me, and you'll know who it is, he told me that it's actually not real. I was like, okay, but it's actually an edit of another PIF? What Really? I didn't know that. What PIF is it? I need to know because I'm really interested. I mean, I knew it was fake when he told me, and my unwatchable is now The Chase. You know, the one with the dead foxes. That's like 100% no-no. But that's like, what? What PIF is it? Please let me know by Discord or whatever. I need to know because I'm 100% interested. Wow, I'm learning stuff today. Well, that's the only thing I'm learning so far, but okay. Okay, so we got 6. Carl Johnson coming back anytime soon. I don't know really. I hope for him to come back. Where is he? Carl, you here? I'm joking. I don't. Possibly when I next go to my cousin's chalet, because I'm half traveller and my mum is from a travelling community, gypsy community, where they live in caravans or trailers, as we call it in the UK. And my cousin has the puppet, and the one who's actually controlling Carl Johnson's my young cousin Luke, and the other one who's like there as well as my other cousin, older cousin called Walter. I call him Walter, but people call him Walter or Walter. I say Walter. Am I the only one who says what? Well, when you call someone Walt, it's not like what or anything. I just say Walter instead of Walter. I don't know why. Anyways, hopefully, well, the next time I go to my cousin's, which I don't know when, and knowing this lockdown, probably not anytime soon, but he will come back. I just don't know when. Just hopefully when we're out of lockdown and when we can actually go around and actually do things. Hopefully, because I do genuinely get big laughs from just my cousins just saying Carl Johnson motherfuckers and all that. It's like, it's very immature, I know, but it's like, it's fucking hilarious and I like cry of laughter. Thank you, Face, for the questions. Very interesting ones, I will say. Next up, who have we got next? Mario Fan 98. Okay. Do you like the Super Mario franchise? I do. I actually do. I haven't played any games in a while because I've kind of grew out of it, but yeah. Favourite Lego game? Mine is Lego City Undercover on Wii U. I've heard of it, never played it though. Favourite Lego game is probably Lego Incredibles, which is probably one of the more underrated Lego games. Lego Star Wars ones I think are possibly the most overrated, but also quite nostalgic ones too. Now, Lego Incredibles is the only Lego game I actually understood every reference, because if you don't know, I am a massive, I'm going to put it out there, massive Pixar fan, and every reference in the game I understood. All the characters you can unlock outside of the Incredibles, I know who's who. You know, Inside Out, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, yeah, you know. But unlike the other games where I get some of them, but some I'm like, I'm not. Do I need to watch the films or understand the source material in order to get this? But Lego Incredibles is like, yeah, I understand everything here. That means I am a true Pixar fan. Excuse me. And I am. And also the game is a lot of fun. It's really cool playing as the Parr family, especially Frozone as well, and Syndrome. Syndrome was so much fun to play as, and the voice acting is not too bad, and it does follow the story. of Incredibles 1 and 2 very well, I will say. Although I don't think it's a perfect game because the humour in the Lego games are really not amazing, they're just kind of eh. But besides that, I think it's a really solid Lego game. If you're a fan of Pixar or The Incredibles, I do recommend you play it, and Lego as well. Free, what do you think of the intent of the? What do you think of the Nintendo? I can't speak today. Of the Nintendo Switch. I never played it, so I cannot say. It looks cool though. Thank you, Mario Fan 98, for all the questions. Interesting ones also. Next up, we got some from Mr. McCall. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. I'm just going to say MCL, Mr. MCL. I'm pretty sure that's how everyone else says his name, but I'm just going to call it like that. 1. Are you excited for Wendell and Wild? When I looked at it, I thought, Wendell and Wild? Where have I heard that before? No, I looked it up and I thought, oh, it's the next Henry Selick film. And if you don't know who Henry Selick is, he is the man who is responsible for the Halloween/Christmas classic, Nightmare Before Christmas. Although he's not the one who created the film, that's Tim Burton. He's the one who directed it. He also did Coraline, which I really liked as well. Monkey Bone, I have not seen. James and the Giant Peach, I've seen bits of. But in this one, I don't think this next one's animated. I think it's live action, and even freaking Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele, or Key and Peele as you call them, are in this. I think they're writers, and I think they're going to be in the film as well. I'm interested. I can't say I'm exactly excited because there isn't really a lot. We don't really know too much of what's going on, at least from what I think. But I am interested. I will go and see it because I like the guy. I think he's a terrific animated director. Even though I've only seen 2 animated films, I've not seen James and the Giant Peach. But he definitely has talent. I can say that. I can 100% say that. 2. Have you ever heard a Goth song? You mean, have I ever heard of a Goth song? Not heard a Goth song. Oh, have you ever heard a Goth song? Yeah. Actually, yeah. Sorry, I'm reading that wrong. My mind's going in places where I don't want it to go. I don't think so. I'm not really a Goth person at all. I really am. I think Goths they're okay in their own way, like emos, I suppose. I'm not being prejudiced or discriminating or anything like that. No, I don't think so. I might have, but maybe I just didn't realise it was Goth music. So no, I don't think I've listened to any. I wouldn't really encourage myself to, and not because I hate them. Like I said, I think they're just all right. But I wouldn't just go out there and just listen to some Goth music unless it sounds good, and then possibly, but not genuinely. So yeah. What is your opinion on kids seeing disturbing dark material? Just not too dark, of course, or OFC, which is short for, of course. I think it's a good thing, personally. Although, if it's dark, I don't mean dark as in like the shading or like blackness. I mean like if the film is changing its tone, or if the tone's a lot more darker, or I'm trying to think of the other word, gruesome and like heavy, I suppose. And then I think it can work. I really do. Films like Watership Down, I think, is a very controversial example of a kids' film that's actually too much. And I love Watership Down. I think it's a brilliant and just really powerful animated film based on the novel by Richard Adams. I don't think that's a film I would say is like rated U. And this is the thing too. Why the hell is it rated U? It should be like a PG or a 12. Stuff like that doesn't affect me, but there's complaints coming in the way. But stuff like, I'm trying to think, Land Before Time. I think that's a perfect example of a kids' film that has the audacity to go dark, and it actually, and also as long as you're learning something, as long as it plays it well and it doesn't linger too much on its darkness and even its sadness as well, and then it works fine. A lot of like kid-friendly films are actually kind of dark and sad, like Iron Giant, which is not too dark, but it is rather sad. I'm trying to think of others as well. Disney, the Disney films obviously are quite dark. But even Pixar can go a little dark. Freaking Toy Story 3 was pretty dark and sad as well. So, yeah, I don't really mind as long as the children are enjoying it and learning something from it. Then it's all good. And I personally prefer films that actually are darker and taking risks as well. So, although along with Watership Down, I think Isle of Dogs is another animated film which I don't think kids should really watch. Honestly, just because a film's PG or U doesn't always mean it's for kids. And even though the BBFC can sometimes rate films with the wrong certificate, like Isle of Dogs, I think should be a 12A, or Watership Down or something like that, really. But yeah, I think it's a good thing. I mean, I'm not against the whole like eye candy cutesy thing. I like cutesy things, not too much like freaking Trolls or anything. Not like that. I like when films are safe, but when they're actually well written and fun to watch, like Inside Out, or I'm trying to think of an example. There's quite a lot to choose from, isn't there? Or Minions or something like that. I thought of another good animated film that's dark, but kids can watch it. Wolf Walkers. That's a great example of an animated film that's dark and sad and gruesome. Well, not too gruesome, but but the animation style changes when things get quite dramatic. I think kids will probably love that, even if it's quite dark and there's lots of talking. That's a good example. So yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's a good thing as long as kids are learning from it and just enjoying it. And if they are scared shitless, then what can you do? It's an animated film that has dark elements. Trauma. I can't say the word. Traumatization is a thing, So yeah, I think it's a good thing, but just don't have too much fun with it, I guess. Okay, right. Okay, so that was question 3. I didn't read the whole question out, I just realised. Once in a while instead of the happy-go-lucky cheery shit. Like I said, I don't mind it as long as it doesn't go like fully dark. Like someone getting like, if someone gets stabbed, that's dark enough. But if you see someone like rip their insides out and you get a heart out, and then yeah, not the first time it's happened really. But yeah. Question 4: worst, most horrendous experience at the cinema. The worst one for me, there's a lot I can choose from. One, I'll pick a couple because there has been a few really. One was I went to see The House and a Clock at Its Walls, the film directed by Eli Roth. Yes, that Eli Roth with Jack Black and Kate Blanchett. Went to go and see it, and I realised, and I saw there was like two chavs, or should I say two travellers, because again, going back to that Carl Johnson question, I am actually half traveller. I wouldn't consider myself as half, but I know what travellers look like when it comes to their hairstyle and just how they talk and what clothes they wear. I saw two of them, and even the way they talk as well. And it's not often I say that a lot of people in Cambridge or in the travelling community, they talk the same a little bit. Hang on. I saw them. Excuse me. I saw them in the cinema I was at. I was at the Light Cinema, and I saw them. They were just being chaotic and just noisy. They were just bashing around on the piano, which was really cool. Well, not what they did, but there was like a piano in the Light Cinema, and it was just there for people who have like have passes or GCSE level 1 things for music, and I was on it a few times. It was quite cool, quite a nice addition. But then they kept like shouting and just do on the piano, and then we went in, and then I realised, oh shit, they're seeing the same film. And knowing travellers, they never stop talking. They're a very talky bunch. I think they were on their phones at one point, and I think one of the staff came down just to have a word with them, or like just to tell them off, and then they just walked out, and then they said, "Oh," they made like a big noise, and I was like, "Fucking hell, fuck off!" And I was like, I recognised them. I do legit recognise the two boys that were there. God, horrible. The other one I didn't like was again, people on their fucking phones and talking. When I went to see Sherlock Gnomes, and before you ask, no, it wasn't the best thing. The film was better, even though it is kind of bad. There were a couple of girls just talking next to me, and it was like, come on, shush. The other one was when I went to see Christopher Robin at the Arts Picture House, and I recognised there was like, I think there was like a couple of foreign people there. They were taking photos and videos, and then someone came in saying, "Turn your cameras and all that off." And I was thinking to myself, why the hell have they got their phones out? You're here to watch a fucking film, not can rip it or anything, or take pictures. Bloody useless. So yeah, those are probably the most horrendous cinema experiences. It's definitely not horrible, but they are not good at all. Right. Scariest thing you saw on TV as a child? Oh, good question. The most horrendous, or the most scariest thing I saw was a couple of Aardman shorts actually. This might surprise you, but there's one called Pop. That's the one by Sam Fell, who is the director on a couple of Rex the Runt episodes. He did Flushed Away from 2006 as well. That one scared the fucking shit out of me. Nowadays I'm used to it, but that was terrifying. There was one called Stage Fright, which is one of those animated films that you can either like because it's scary or it's sad or whatever. I found that horrifically scary. The Think PIS scared me a lot. Thomas the Tank Engine scared me. There was a lot of things that scared me, but those are the prime examples in a way, I suppose. But yeah, I'm a person who can easily get scared by things like Teletubbies. Not the Teletubbies themselves, but you know that bear on the Ferris wheel and the bloody lion and bear and the puppet in the house. Fucking terrifying. Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids as well. And not because of the scary stuff that's intentional, I mean the kid that goes into the theatre. I don't know why he always fucking terrified me. I don't know why, and I always tend to avoid watching that at all times. Oh god, I really, really do. Alright, best. So, the last one from Mr. MCL is best and worst 80s animated adverts. Well, one of them, obviously, is the blue and red car advert from Milky Way. I love the animation in that. I think it's beautiful. I think it's energised as well. It is a legit, wonderful-looking advert, and that's my favourite. The worst. I did actually have a worst. Oh god, I did have a worse 80s animated ad, but here's the thing. I forgot what it's called. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to look this up. Sorry, but yeah. Oh my god, where is it? I actually can't remember. I'm gonna have to look this up quickly. Sorry about this. I knew I was gonna have to answer this question, but it's like I legit cannot remember. It had something to do with like jeans and rhino, something like that. I don't know actually. Hang on, let me just look it up. It's on my list of advert PIF collection. Let me just have a look. Won't be long. Hopefully it's still there. Oh, here we go. Wrangler. It's a Wrangler. It's a Wrangler. I think advert. That one I think is the worst, honestly, because I'm just gonna put it on right now. But yeah, the advert. It's animated by Richard Williams, which is like, you know, he's the god in animation. You know, like freaking Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Pink Panther. And then you got this, which looks pretty, But it's like you got lots of rhinos showing up their bottoms, and it's like they're shaking their asses as well. It's like it's well animated, but it's like really, it's kind of an eyesore really when you look at it. It's horrible. It's a rhino with arses. Charming. So yeah, that's the one I think is the worst. I couldn't find any other ones that I thought were bad, but you know. So thank you, Mr. MCL, for that, for those questions. And we're not finished yet. We are not finished yet. We have a question. Well, 6 questions, I believe, from my good friend DJ Free Electrical. I know what you're thinking. Hang on a minute. But his channel was terminated. I'm sorry to bring it up again, but I had to point out the obvious. So why or how did he send you questions that's not on YouTube? I thought that's not allowed. Well, yeah, but I'm making an exception here because his channel was terminated. Terminated. I think it was last year. I think October, November time or something like that. But he did send me some questions, so I was like, oh, I can't say no because I like the guy. I think he does some. I think he's really funny. His content's really good as well. Before YouTube shat all over him, no offense. But he did send me 6 questions, so I was like, I can't say no to that. And he is a good friend of mine too. I do get along with him quite well. So here we go. Question 1: What is your I can't speak today. What is your favourite and least favourite advert currently airing on telly, and why? Favourite would be the Dead Happy adverts. They are the funniest, well-animated adverts out there. Although not as good as Sip Smith, which is not on telly anymore, which makes me sad, but they are quite funny. The animation reminds me a lot of Tom Parkinson, who did Big Jeff, The Adventures of Jeffrey, Ramble On, 2005 short, The Ring Binders 2. They're really funny. I absolutely adore them. Least favourite would be the Just Eat adverts, and then Singe, the one with Ryland Clark. I keep calling him Ryland Clark Jr., but it's Ryan Clark Neal. Okay, Just Eat adverts, although I have nothing against Snoop Dogg, but that rap song is kinda shit. And also the Singe adverts are annoying because he's there. I hate Ryland Clark Neal. He's a annoying, flamboyant gay man. And like I said before, many times I have nothing against gay people, but when they talk so, like, or oh, I don't know, I think I'll go with that one. You're alright, darling, or something like that. And sorry if I offended some people when I did that. Sorry, but it's like I can't stand him. I can't stand anyone who talks like that. I get that because they're gay, and that's not always the case, but yeah. 2. What do you think is the worst obscure TV program is? The worst obscure TV program is, and why? Oh, good question. I can't really think of any. Really, I mean, there's lots of obscure TV shows that I like, but I can't really think of any that I legit dislike. I can't think of any. I'm gonna have a little quick think about it, actually. I've got one. This is a show that I'm currently watching at the moment, but it's one that I don't think is terrible or like shit, but it's like, it's just not as good as the others. You'll probably hate me for this, but Pond Life. It's a show that I actually don't think is that bad, but it's not great, but it's like, it's far from terrible. It's, the animation's very simple and simplistic, and it reminds me a lot of Red Bull, and the voice acting's really good. The main character is actually the same actress who voices Miss Rabbit from Peppa Pig, and you can tell because it's the same voice as well. And it's funny, it's fast. I like the episodes a lot. Although the first few episodes are really good, but then as the series gets on, it's like I've only watched like 7 or no 10. No, first no, I think I finished season 1, and although I did enjoy it, I will admit it did get quite tiring after a while. It's just the episodes just kind of repeats itself a little bit in different situations, and it's like every sitcom out there, and I'm sick of it. Like, there's one where she's going on a train, and it's like she can't do anything. She has to, Dolly has to sit on in a train and do nothing. It's like, and then people just discriminate her, and they keep being mean to her. Although, to be fair, the main character, although she is funny and she has great line delivery, she's kind of unlikable, and even all the characters have very unlikable personalities. So I think that's the worst one, even though I don't think it's bad. I wasn't hooked on it like the rest of the like you were, or the rest of you guys on the Advert archive. But it's no Stressed Eric. I thought was a much better example of doing that, because it's a show where you can relate to the main character. Rex the Rund I thought was way better animated, and nothing can beat Angry Kid. Nothing. As well. So yeah, so I think Pond Life is the worst one, but at the same time it's like, I mean, you could argue it is obscure, and all of these are quite obscure because not that many people know about it really. But yeah, Pond Life. Again, I don't hate it. It's not great, but it's just good. And unfortunately, I'm not going to watch series 2 because it's just going to be the exact same formula, even though it's not. Well, not exactly the same, but it's like you know exactly what's going to happen. It's like I did started to really love it, but it's like I just like it. Question 3: what is the funniest thing that you've seen had happened to you at the cinema? Personally, I have not had anything that's happened to me, but was related to me. I'll tell you 2 little stories. When I went to go and see the Emoji Movie, I mean the EMOGI movie at the Light Cinema. I wanted to see it because I just want to get it done and over with. My friend was getting the tickets, and I went into a screening. I sat down, waited for the film to begin, and then I realised I was in the wrong screening because I saw a trailer for Flatliners, the shit remake with Diego Luna and Elliot Page. I'm never going to get used to that, am I? And it was rated 50. It was rated 50, and I was like, "Wait, I think we're in the wrong screening." And I just said to her, she just came in. We almost went in. I was like, "I think we're in the wrong screening," and then I was just laughing my arse off there. That was way better than the actual film itself, obviously. Second one is when I saw Solo: A Star Wars Story. We were just waiting for my carer and the person he was with. There was like five. There was 5 of us actually, but 3 of us were waiting, and then we heard like a fire alarm go off in the leisure centre. So we had to go outside and wait because there could have been a fire. And then that was roughly around the time the film was starting. And then we sat down, and then someone came in and said, "We're just skipping the trailers and adverts to get to the main film." And I was like, "Okay, it's not exactly funny, but it was so strange." But it was like, it's just very amusing. And the film started, and it was like, it felt weird because we didn't see trailers or adverts. and then my friend and my carer came, and I was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Oh, there's a fire alarm's going off," and then we had to wait outside, and it was like 10 minutes past whatever since the film was starting and all that. It's like, oh my god. So yeah, those were quite funny, and they're way better than the actual film itself, really. I've actually got another one for oh shit, never mind. Don't worry, I was just thinking. Yeah, I'll save that for another time. I was just going to say to Mr. MCL's question about worst cinema experience, and I just remembered one. So sorry, DJ, I'm going to get back to your question in a minute, but it's when I saw Wolf Walkers. I had to go to the toilet halfway through because I've been going to the toilet a lot in that day. Not sure why, and I really didn't want to go because the film was so interesting and so amazing. I was like, should I hold it or should I go? So I ran out. And no, I did not wash my hands because I couldn't. I know to keep safe. I was like, I didn't want to miss any of it. So I went to the toilet, ran back out, and went back into the screening. And usually, if a film bores me, I would just go to the toilet and then come back. Just by walking, if I haven't missed much because I'm a bored man. But with Wolf Walkers, I'm like, whoosh, whoosh, Just like that, in a flash. Alright, what is the worst thing that you've seen has or had happened to you at a shop? Good question. I don't. I actually don't know. Probably there has been a lot, probably, but I don't actually remember. I've got to think about this very carefully. I'll be very honest. Um, nope. I can't think of any. I can't think of anything that. I can't think of the word. Oh, actually, yes. The worst thing that's happened to the shop. Is I'm gonna forget in a minute. I can't bloody remember. What was it? I can't bloody remember. A lot of things do actually happen to me in the shops, but not anything bad really. It's just, Oh, I'm trying to think. No, I've got nothing. It'll probably come to me in a minute, but sorry, I've got nothing. What is your favourite sweet, excluding chocolate, and why? Do you mean like as in like Haribo sweetie sweets or freaking Smarties or sweets and M&Ms? What do you mean exactly by sweet? Do you mean like Haribo's crisps or Doritos or anything like that? Because you said excluding chocolate, which obviously means it won't be like Kit Kats or Aeros or Mars bars or anything like that. So in that context, if I've got it wrong, just tell me, because I'm not entirely sure what you mean by sweet. Because in the UK we say sweets instead of candy, and it's like, oh look, got some sweets. It was like, usually it means chocolate, crisps, ice cream, or something like that. I guess. Oh no, actually, you mean like Haribo sweets and all that, really, like little chewy sweets, I think. Actually, I don't know why I said all that before. I like Haribo sweets because Haribos are quite nice, genuinely. Um, any flavour of them would do, but my favourites are always the Coke ones. They're so nice. They really are. Do you plan on getting... Oh, sorry, this is the last question. Do you plan on getting or making any new puppets? And if so, what do you plan on making? If I was to get more puppets, I'd probably get a Cookie Monster style puppet. Not exactly like Cookie Monster, but one that's a different colour, one with like a... Because Cookie Monster has I think one hand for the mouth and one for the hand. His arm and hand as well. I would buy or maybe make something like that. Or I could probably get like a puppet that you've got, DJ, like for Harry and George. I would love to get one of those puppets because they're so cute. I don't know what they're called, but I have seen them before. They are very, very cute. I'd love to get one of those, but not exactly like them. And Flumpy as well, Tyler last name's a puppet as well. I would get probably one of those because they look quite nice. And I don't know if I would make any more puppets, really. No, probably not. Oh, I've actually have thought of... I've actually had thought of the worst thing that's happened in a shop. Okay, so when I went into a shop, I bought a few things, and I realised you can only pay by card, and I realised I had to go to the cash machine. I had to go all the way to the cash machine, which was like outside of the shop, but it was very, very far. Had to go there, and then I had to get some money out and then go back in and then pay for it. That was the worst thing. I had to walk all the way from the shop and all the way there. I can't remember where it was, but yeah, that did actually happen. So yeah, question time 6. Very good, very, very good. So again, that's it. That's all the questions done. Again, thank you for the people who asked me these questions. I'm sorry if I haven't answered exactly all of them or in the correct order. The thing that usually when I can't think of an answer, it will come to me at some point. So sorry if it's a bit disorganised or out of order. It's just how I read questions or answer them. So yeah, if I miss anyone out, sorry, and if anyone's putting questions into question time 5 in time for question time 6 by the time I'm recording this, I will put it in the next one when I do question time 7. And yeah, so again, thank you for all the questions that you've asked me. It was quite interesting answering all of them. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the questions once again. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. And until next time, bye for now.